folks. It's 2307 on the 8th day, 4th month, 2023 here. And it's Easter Sunday in this part of the world that I'm looking at now, which will make you the 9th day. And what I'm watching is Easter Reddy's coming to town for New Zealand here. As it's still Easter, and here she comes. She's right off the coast. She's hitting a tip now. Lots of chem bombs blowing off just to celebrate those 8 Easter eggs that you have to hunt for here, folks. Boom, 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 boom. The Easter eggs are bombing your house. Yeah. Just steal that song and turn it into something else. Oh no, what's this? Aleph Gimel died. What is it? That looks like Hebrew. Bum 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 bum. That's how they passed the gas away over the merry old land of the long white chemtrail. Or the long white cloud, it used to be called, but I wonder about that cloud now. Did anybody tested it back then? Natural weather used to occur a lot. Now it's just reproduced the conditions for it. As I'm following a field of bombs here along in the Tasman Sea. Tasmaniacs, Bombiacs, settling on the seafloor. Who knows what's settling on the seafloor these days? It's not like we're allowed to see the seafloor, see? We can hardly see the skies anymore, see? Because they're bombing you, see? It's kind of just not looking cool there. Look at that. All these sharp edges and stuff. That looks like a fire. Is that Moloch? Moloch here. Hebrew writing was going on over here. Man, this ain't cool. We know what they're up to. And so you're facing a storm coming inbound now. It's about to impact you, New Zealand. Little bombs out to sea here. I'm just going to give quick coverage here. This one going the opposite direction. Everything's flowing this way except those. Let's have a look. What that thing did, a weird thing just happened with this little dot right here. See, shot over there, and it went over here, in there. It's just staying. Oh, then it appear. Something appears over here. Hi, boom! Or is that a new explosion from the same platform? 2, 3, 4. Like one of those jacks. If you step on it on the floor, with a jack in the sky. And well, who's that falling at? Yeah, it's a World Bukkake party all over the face of Mother Earth. What a fucking shame. My shows are not designed for children, by the way. Put headphones on. I don't want them to hear that we're being killed. And we're trying to figure out how to stop it. When the gas chamber comes to you, this is what it looks like. These are not healthy gases. This ain't helping your oxygen uptake. It's quite the opposite. It helps fuel the illnesses of things that don't like oxygen, like fungus and mold, candida-y things. My goodness. The entire sea here is just covered with bombs. This storm would not be sustaining itself across from Australia to here without these bombs. Your center of circle circulation. You see right here, bombs going off in it. Now let's zoom right in on that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're bombing us like some whores. And they're keeping the money. Because they think they're big pimp daddies. Look at this. That's a not naturally occurring cloud formation on this storm that's getting ready to smack New Zealand. And boy, is it going to give you a good smack. You do not deserve this. So I'm going to roll in now and show you, let's see, at this moment here, this is, let me double this stat. It's actually right up on shore right now. See who's the most accurate at the moment. All right, ECMF Europe. But then it hits the tip, and it gets moist, and then it gets wet, and then the bands start coming ashore. They have a lot of high pressure here across here that's going to hold this up. It's not going to come straight through straight away. It's going to dump some very heavy totals between here and Nelson as she tries to fight its way across Cook Strait. Oh my, this is a bad situation, and it's going to be an enduring one. So right about here, and we're nearing 24 hours into the event. Let's see. Right about, yep. And it's still another batch comes across the sea, because this is not like a natural storm that would come over. This is a geoengineered event designed to grab your land. Designed to dish your ease. Designed to destroy the infrastructure that then has to be replaced with the new technologies that are supposed to be smart. I mean, I'd rather see stupid drivers driving than a robot in charge of behind the wheel of a car. I mean, it's not going to bode well for the animals. Or are they killing the animals now so we won't notice they're less while the robots learn to drive? Yeah, Australia, I'll show you what's coming your way. I'm just wanting New Zealand to be well aware that you've got a very long week ahead, and you've got a long 10 days, and the cycle of the rain is continuous after that. There's more coming. There's another batch with the exact same dynamics. And it's not some good days here coming for Australia here on the opposite coast here. As we're going to look at an area here that's about to experience a full-fledged Category 2 to 3 tropical cyclone. We'll give you the fullness of this one. You got to see this coming. As she zooms down the coast with the radars around, there's no way it's not going to fully come in with that low. So if you follow the dip of that bay, but the low say the center stayed off coast, and it just collected itself. It's easy enough to do. One radar push, boom. It'll even take some extra moisture from the land with it, and continue an electrical connection with the ground here and the sea, and all the ions and electrical potentials that brings with it. And it's not even a big storm yet. It's just going to look like it. The pressure's not low enough sitting down there yet. You're going to have to drop, and it's going to drop real sudden when it goes around this point right here. Very, very worried for you guys. My God, this is a steamer. And she does the turn home, and this is where the fuckery is at its worst. And you're going to have the wind speeds projected here to be in the 100-mile-an-hour range. Yeah, easily. When you start seeing circles, whites, and then you gotta have to add the forward momentum of the storm coming ashore to that wind to get your actual wind speeds, and subtract it from that side as it comes ashore. If it comes in at an angle, then the angle of the add will be that side, and the subtract will be that side. It's just how it's gonna work, and just before it hits the shore, this is where premium comes in. It'll give me a little 1-hour jumps. When the ice starts to compress like that, you're going to really see some big winds on the outskirts here. So you don't want to get caught out to sea. You still got time to move your boats from any of the marinas and stuff that could be affected through here. Really, people live on these boats. And this is about to be one of those ones you'll talk about for the rest of your life if you live along here. And it's going to be a sustained event. It's not going away quickly, and it's maintaining a lot of its wind strength as it comes inland. This is a deadly storm. Even in this far inland, it's nearly at hurricane strength. Still hurricane strength. 73 miles an hour and above is hurricane strength. So you're right on the edge of that right there. Some of these wind bands. And the gusts will be higher. They'll be deadly. You could effectively see a storm surge go across a lake when the pressure that low goes over a body of water like that. This is nothing like you're used to seeing. Let's hope, oh my. Yeah, even going over that lake like that, that's just very, very, very bad. This is a deadly, deadly situation. You will take this very seriously if you're in the path of this low when it comes over the country here. It should start to dissipate as it gets closer to Alice, because Alice has got things very hot feeding that way. I was expecting that, and that's when the moisture should scatter. Boy, this is going to be a really, really hectic week weather-wise. And you got stuff going on in New Zealand at the same time this is racing over in its rain. Most of the rain is going to have rained out through this area, but it's going to pick up more from this flow through here, from the dynamics of Antarctica. And all the cam-bams can do to you. Right, now let's go and look at some of the expected totals to be experienced during this geoengineered disastrous month so far. Even Easter, they can't give people a break. Not even one break. And I'm just going to go right to the punch numbers on this. We'll go right off the coast here to say the paths of inundation is straight through this path here. I don't think those totals are very accurate. I think these totals should be more along the 30 centimeters to half a meter mark. And so I'm not believing that number. The tendril's just too thick. There's just too much water over here. So these totals, I think, are being deliberately held down. Your 5-day total coming in here is nearly higher than what they were showing for the whole event. It ain't even gotten in yet. See what I'm saying? They're not telling you the full. See, even that's saying 30. You ever seen near half a meter is going to come ashore. So I'll stick to my guns on that. This is a deadly storm, and do not take this lightly. How about that? You are fucked. Really, really fucked. Rabbi says you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked. And the fuckery over here is not going to be fun either. And Nelson, and then they backed your numbers down on the 5s and they jumped you on the 10s. They did. Some of the ones on the 10s are showing you a totally inundated 20 to 25 centimeters and showing 35 to 40 in some of these areas along here. I'm not pinpointing to go looking for the highest number like some people do. I'm just telling you, I've been looking around all day and I know the numbers in my head. Yeah, big swaths through these mountains. They definitely cop it when they bring a storm by that direction and the stick out happens and then it drags. The very just holding of the momentum of it itself will pull things around right into the land. And with what's coming across, it's a bad situation developing. Like they haven't had enough rain in the Westlands already over here on this coast. You're in the eminent fucked zones. All right, is that one from Australia is coming ashore? If you haven't taken your measures now, you might have a few more hours. Don't get hung out on these roads between here and here. Don't get caught in these mountain passes. Sometimes you just got to write things out and accept your decisions that you made. Do not endanger an emergency worker. Do not become a statistic. Play cards. Make love. Think happy Easter thoughts and tell a tale. Write a book. And a book where you survive. Because on the 10s, there's more coming. And this is a very, very wet month for New Zealand. Getting the same old weather. So, right, let's have another look at some of what's going on. If I look at the cam in the tropics over here, oh, that was a mighty square. Just to see something straight off. It's not natural. You can just look out there. You can see that with the scrotum on it. It's not a love heart. They got a lot of balls doing that. I want to try to take balls away. Pud Light. All right, let's look at the bombings here up above this storm, which is right about here right now forming. It's just, it hasn't even been listed yet as an invest area on tropical cyclone mapping pages. Look how square that haziness is here. And that one there over the top of that's whiter looking square. There's two different cloud masses, one over the other. It's going to create a lot of convections. Updrafts, downdrafts, even in between these pausal layers of the atmosphere where different type clouds form. Got a lot of chem bombs here over here north of Tennant's Creek. Not good at all. With the booming and the pluming going on there. Let's see what's got there. The zipper. Boom, a scar in the planet. What a shame. And the chem bomb just cruising its way along in a nucleated into a big bzzz. The wicked glitch flies again over here north of Avon Downs. Full skylashes over there. Or is it a skybrow? Who knows? All I know is this chem bombs suck. They really, really suck. Boom, 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 boom. Cans. They opened up a shit can over the top of you, didn't they? It's time for us to open up that old can of whoop-ass. Because water is our friend. We must defend. And it shouldn't be used like this. Wow. That's quite a fireworks display there, isn't it? Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 plum, plum. My gosh. Boom, boom, boom. Went the plume over the top of them people out there if they were in a boat. And this big old what in the hell coming out here with all sorts of tendrils of death that are going to seek to fall out on our water, making it less mighty. The creeping death. Those are chem bombs blowing up in the sky. Little tender looking things going over here over Birdsville. I imagine your map is full of them today. If I just look at all your satellite pictures on your ground stuff that you guys send me in, traffic cams. I'm just watching this little deployment over here going north of Fink. It's a mighty straight line there, Alice, that you've created. Your weather is owned. Don't act like you're owned too. Oh, let's see what else we got going on here. And we are actually running. That's a very, very good thing. All right, let's go with a little. Yeah, I want to go with the satellite images here. Let's have a little look at the infrared. Oh, that's really blown up. Yeah, that ain't listed yet as an invest area. I'm very surprised. Well, it'll be listed as one very soon. They'll call that a tropical storm. It's definitely organized enough to be doing that. A lot of chem over out here on that out edge. See it right here about where my middle finger on that little hand is of mine there? The cursor. The cursor has a middle finger. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? Hey, Fitzroy Crescent. How you doing? Hey, you got some creep on. Get some big action over here at Bam Maga. Yeah, I'm not going to go there. Thursday Island. Where they're capping it. Well, New Zealand coming across to you. There's no really high top clouds yet. Most of your stuff here is fairly low chem, and this stuff bunches up on itself. You can expect that to occur. Is this will kind of hem in a sideways like that? See, like a beam swath or something that shot out through here. Oh, see, it has all the clouds clear out just as they go through that spot. Let's see if we got any other beams going on. Your radar has been about as dependable as nothing. It's the train service in England. Well, this is a very long storm front. Your entire country is getting a big smack. And there's still a lot of push to come from that from over here. You see this turning? And it'll push behind this. That's that second batch that'll come. Right behind that. What are we looking like out here in Sunday Island? They should almost look at Easter Island just because. All right, that's something here. See what we got out here in the clouds out here. Look how square edge this is here. It's moving along quite well too. It's got a dragon edge, as in a lot of tendriling going on here. It's very turbulent. This one here was taken about an hour ago. Those things are moving your way quite well. Still the square edges I see. It's not round clouds moving. These are trucking. See how much lean there is to them? Almost look like a ship in the distance. And I'm not sure what this is. It's measuring some kind of air quality, temperatures, or gases. I don't know exactly what that is. It also could have lighting on it because this is an airport. The wind is kind of low because the sack is drooped. Been a busy night for the sock. I think it was a little windy there, huh? That was the sunrise out there. That's about as far out in the Pacific as I could go to see anything that's going to impact New Zealand. So the trapezoid, it's not the round weather like we used to have. Like they're finally getting some big rain now. Big band came through. It's important because there's not many pictures you're going to get of what's coming other than out there. So you guys are a bit in for it today. And let's see who's going to give some big smacks. New Plymouth out here for sure. When this butts up against over here for sure. When it butts up against all this stuff. When this hems into the island and everything it's carrying with it. It's doing it on a slide too, so here will be much where the middle finger is much more inundated. New Plymouth definitely is going to copy worse. This continues along this path. You're getting a bit of a block from some of your totals, Nelson. There's nothing to stop it. It's coming straight to you, and you can expect some of these tides to do that. A lot of bombs being shown here in the center. Boom, 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 boom. And I showed you that on the other radar as well. So it's like getting to see it on two different images. And the visible, it might be showing up by now. I don't know if there's enough sunrise there yet. Oh yeah, sun's up. That orange ways over Australia here. Bzzz, getting fried, Australia style. But it's all frying the trough, so that's going to hold all the flows off on the coast. So it should clear out your day to some of these spots over here. And you should enjoy a beautiful Easter work. And work off that big dinner you guys get to eat. You should be glad there's your old storm out here trucking along. It's all moving well along. That was the one people's like, what's going on with the moisture in the Coral Sea? It all went with. There's been a split in the flow that's kind of bringing things down here again. That you guys are going to get to enjoy coming up here in the coming week. Whoa, the Antarctica's got a lot of action going on down here on the edge. You can see the chem going over the top of it too. They even spray over there. Bzz, the fryer's eye. And that represents the international date line. And that little difference in the color there. Just a small shape. You got any sunrise Australia pictures? It might just be coming up now. Yep. We got any ocean shots? I want an ocean shot. There we go. People out there enjoying the Easter day. Well, somebody was going to have some fun there, huh? Cheers to blue skies. I love to see that. Look at that view, huh? Isn't that beautiful? The Nautilus. Yep. Nice blue skies. Not all ruined. Not all cameraline donged up. Right, the bombardiers. Very nice to see. Very nice to see. Hey, that's like the good news for me, is getting to see beautifulnesses like that. Like not flooded roads are always a pleasant sight. And these shit smears in your sky ain't too pleasant a sight. We need to wipe that lens off. All the lines down. Hey, go on out there, wipe that lens. Nice stars going by. Turn off those lights. I'm blocking the stars. See all that chem and stuff on the high deck over there? Streamers going over the chemtrail right there. There's a big shit smear of chem, but the sock is lying a little low, so it's not super duper windy. Bit of a front last night come through. Oh, beautiful. Starry, starry night, and they came, they bombed you, and they're not through. Send one to New Zealand too. What a fucking shame. Geoengineering sucks. So what else do you guys want to see today? How about the coastal road forecast? So let's do that again. Rain and thunder for the rumblers. So this time now we'll go up the coast and show you guys that you might be having a fairly decent day. Well, let's just kind of work Tassie. Tassie, you got some snow coming. For the higher elevations. Nice to see blue skies there for Easter. All the dynamics say you should be getting some afternoon storms. So I'm surprised nothing's kind of walked up the coast yet. So let's not wish that to happen. Good. So far, so good, huh? Just send it to New Zealand instead. You know, they'll have it. They'll handle it. Whammo on the 11th. Nighttime the 11th, you get another schmacker right in the old backside. That's the front side. And then you get a spinner coming through. And about that time there, all attention will be on Western Australia. Meanwhile, New Zealand is getting another old schmackaroo. And they're getting the old, oh my. This is just a bad situation. A very, very bad situation. And that tendril is coming to you. And what we're learning, that takes about a day and a half to 2 days to do the whammo. How is that working north to you? That ain't making no sense. Welcome to Watto Shop. And this one here will definitely impact Adelaide and Melbourne a bit there. Coming up on plus away. You had to be screwed. They're cam-bamming you. They got you in the sights. They want your land every night. They're looking at you. Ba-boom, 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 plume. They're cam-bombing you. They boom, boom, and plume. Until you're through. It looks like a devil. Right here, look. The eyes, the nose, the horns. Wow, that's definitely an oddity there in the chem. They're chem bombing you. Boom, boom. The sky devils are out there with their devilish thing on a holy day. What a fucking shame. Not even one day, not even this one day, can we get a rest from the chem bombardiers. And with that said, and with that done, it's time we tell our oppressors to kiss our bums. Big love. Enjoy your Easter, bummy. Don't eat too much chocolate, alright, or you'll get the Easter runnies. Big love.